What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to my crypto journey. Of course, my name is Rodney, and Kris, the CEO of Crypto.com, jumping off the top rope saying, this is false. So earlier I made a video saying that Crypto.com may be in a little bit of trouble. And it wouldn't surprise me if Crypto.com was, quote, under investigation by the US government agencies because of what's been happening with Binance, Coinbase, and other exchanges like Kraken, right? It wouldn't surprise me if the US was investigating Crypto.com. In fact, I kind of expect them to go after every cryptocurrency exchange. And honestly, being an American, it's really embarrassing to see the way the US government is handling cryptocurrency. I don't think it's the right way. But we had the CEO come out and say, hey, this is absolutely false. Please report this account for spreading misinformation. Now, I gave Will Chart the benefit of the doubt, but of course, when I made that video a couple of hours ago, I talked about how skeptical I was, but I talked about the greater issue at hand, which is United States. And we'll get to that here in a second. But it's good to see Kris, the CEO of Crypto.com, saying, report this account, which is absolutely hilarious that he had to come in and say something. But this is the kind of thing I like on Twitter. We see CZ do it, we see Brian Armstrong do it, and now we're seeing Kris from Crypto.com do it. Now, Crypto.com has been really good, pretty much staying out of the news headlines, right? And, you know, no news is good news sometimes, especially when it comes to some of these cryptocurrency exchanges, because we know, like I said before, how much the SEC and US regulators have been laying the smackdown on the cryptocurrency market. So thank you, Kris, for getting out ahead of it, clearing the FUD, talking about this, addressing it, you know, facing it head on and be like, you're wrong. Now, this person has 293,000 followers, and they're always posting every single minute, it seems. And like I said, they've been accurate before, right? They've posted stories that have been true, that have gone, you know, they were just first on it, right? A lot of the Binance situation, a lot of the Coinbase situation, these guys were first, and so I believed them. But of course, I was skeptical if you watched that video, but it's good to see Kris saying that is absolutely false. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. What do you think about the situation that's going on with, you know, some of these Twitter accounts and spreading misinformation? But I think here's the thing, guys. The bigger issue at hand, and I talked about this in my last video, is the US government just really doing too much and not doing it the right way, in my opinion, when it comes to regulating cryptocurrency exchanges. It feels like these guys are really just punishing first and asking questions later. And that's not what we do in our country, right? Everyone's innocent until proven guilty. Not everyone's guilty until proven innocent. That's not the way we run things here. But it seems like as time goes on, it seems like this country's kind of falling apart a little bit, right? Like, I know I'm getting weird and philosophical here, but it seems like the country, the United States, which is supposed to be the land of the free and stuff like that, it seems like each and every day that, you know, goes by, we're becoming more and more censored, right? The government's trying to take more and more things away from us that represent decentralization, which is crypto. I mean, centralization, it gets us into a lot of trouble, and we're seeing what's going on with the big banks. It's like, check this out. A lot of people around the world, or excuse me, a lot of nations around the world are ditching you know, the US, the dollar, right? They're ditching the dollar, and maybe that won't affect us in the short term, but long term, that'll affect us. And, you know, we can't just bail ourselves out every time a bank collapses. What happens when, you know, we can't just pay back our debt because we're not the world currency anymore? You know, what if we can't keep printing money? We're $31 trillion. We're $31 trillion in debt as a nation. Then what? This is why we like cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency was born out of the 2008 financial crisis. And those of you, you know, old enough to remember that, understand how devastating that was. And you know what, you know, less than 2 decades later, the same thing is happening again with banks. They're failing, right? And this is why we like Bitcoin. This is like why we like crypto, because it's true decentralization, freedom from governments, freedom from people, right? Obviously, some cryptos have a centralization issue, but this is why we like Bitcoin. Bitcoin's true decentralization, right? No flag, no leader, no devs, just it exists. It's finite. There's only so much that can be mined. There's only so much that can be had, which makes it very, very valuable, unlike the US dollar and other other currencies, excuse me, where you can just print more of it. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon. Peace.